So, good morning. Today is still the 29th of May, and here we are at the Retro Rides Weekender gathering at the Goodwood Motor Circuit in West Sussex. If you haven't already watched part one, then please do so. That'll be linked in the description below. We're only on the first day of 2 days of this, but yes, you've seen an awful lot, so much so that I had to cap the first part shorter than I thought. This is a Toyota Corona Mark II Grande. I don't actually know what year this is because someone's covered the original plates up, but I think it's mid-70s, this car. Lovely, lovely interior. I think it's a reproduction interior actually. Automatic transmission. I do like the look of this car. Then A86 Renault 5 GT Turbo, I believe. This is the Super 5 version. Someone's very heavily modified that Cleon Font engine. Over here we've got some more Renault 5s. I think these are just Renault 5 Turbo 2s, I think. That's an 83, 84, same as that. And this is a 82, 83. And quite handily, there's a little ventilation window. I can just put my thing through there. There we go, there's the interior. Rear engine, I think, in these. Just come through here, we can have a look at this Honda Civic. Predecessor to the EG generations. It's a normal GL 1991 on an H-Reg. Recognise things like that mirror switch from Rover 45. And those stalks, obviously they're other way round on the Rover 45. They're very valuable cars now actually, these. The engine of this has been breathed on, I think, a little bit. I don't know whether this is a D-Series engine. It looks like a D-Series engine. And this. Ooh. A Nissan U12 SSX11 Bluebird. Also known, I think, as a Nissan Pintara or an Alster in some parts of the world. Been freshly imported, I think. Oh, there's a little sticker there as well. It's quite nice. Yes, there we go. SSSX2. Wonderful. So this is a 1987-88 Volkswagen Golf CL. I don't know if it's a 1.3 or 1.6, I'm not sure. It's automatic as well. Maybe that makes it a 1.6. Just let me know in the comments section below. Yeah, there you go. Oh yes, 1.6 CL Auto 3-speed. Same gearbox as would have been in that Maestro I drove last year, the 1.6 Vanden Plas. Mark II Scirocco. This was very helpfully said. It's 88 Scala automatic. And a little crack at the window as well, so you can have a look at that 3-speed auto. BMW E30. I wonder if this is a Bauer convertible or if it's just a standard factory one. I suppose we'll see. We can take a look in there and see the interior. Ooh, a Mark I Honda CRX. Your Honda car from Morningstar. Original dealer sticker and plates, and one of those things sort of getting electric shock. Very late Mark I CRX. It's about the Civic CRX. It's a very basic kind of austere sort of car, this. No pop-up headlamps. Someone really put a Honda VTEC engine into a Peugeot 205 CTI. Which interior left? Why yes sir, they have. Interesting. I think it's time to look at some other stuff over here. Have a look at this Corolla. I think this is an E30 shaped Corolla. there's one of this generation and it runs on the run. It's not a two-door like this, it's a four-door. These are virtually extinct now. I don't even remember seeing many of these when I was younger at all. So 7980 plate, just a humble DX. Another A86. Audi S4 Estate. TVR Cerberus. I think this is the one where you press the button to get in. That's right. I don't actually know what this is. Some kind of kit car maybe? I don't know. Answers in the comment section below. 1967 Hillman Super Imp. Suzuki Cappuccino. I did sell these officially over here for a while. I don't know if this is an official import or not. Mark I Golf with quite powerful engine in it, looks like, a later engine. 87, 88 Citroen TCV. I don't think that's a standard 29 horsepower engine in there. Honda Beat, gosh, I haven't seen one of these in a long time. 91, 92 plate. The original seat of the driver's been replaced with a racing seat. Absolutely tiny little car. And there's the engine in the back. I'm not sure I'd be very comfortable with something like that. Oh, that looks very nice. Very, very nice. HWM, I've heard of those before. Very clean looking Mark III Escort. 82, 83 plate. I don't know if that's an XR3 or not. Could be something else. Another E30 BMW 3 Series. E36 M3. And over here, this looks very much like a Fiat Uno Turbo IE. These are one of the only types of Uno that you actually see. Most of them just rotted away. Yes, sir, it is. It's obviously ready for some track action a bit later on. Yes, 1990-91 Fiat Uno Turbo IE. B2 Volkswagen Passat. This one has a forbidden fuel engine in it, so we can't talk about it. The red paint on these Volkswagens used to go really, really pink and very flat very quickly, as known back in the day. Mark I Caddy. This is a really late one. The K plate being 92, 93. Don't know what engine that is in there. It might not be the original one that the car came with. Seats though do look quite original. Smell lunch is coming soon. Ooh. 2002 Honda Accord Type R, very nice. This I think is a JDM import. I can't remember what that badge is for. I'll take a look at the back and it'll tell me. Toyota development, so Toyota Chaser, 98 I think on that plate. E36 BMW Touring, very late one on a T, it's a 99 plate. Oh, that looks like a LS swapped car. That could be interesting. As could this Sapphire Cosworth. Another Sapphire Cosworth. Ooh, the original spec wheels. I don't know if that's a personal plate or not, but it looks right for the year, be 1991. Black Recaro seats, of course. Cosy. I do like this. 1998. 1998, 1999. Mark II Honda CRX. Now see if you see them together, they look actually quite different. And this one There's a window open so I can take a look at the dash. That dashboard looks really similar to one in a Rover R8. And of course there's that mirror switch again. That Mini I don't think is standard A series in it. Ooh, BMW 2002. Yes please. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Been to Nürburgring, BMW M2. It's a bit of an ambitious label. 1970-71 MG Midget. It's different from the one you would have seen in the first part, but it actually has these square arches, not the round ones. So it's a bit of an earlier car. There's the material, all the nice Smith's gauges and things like that in it. Very nice condition, this one. This is a Ford Capri from about 1986-87. Production finished, I think, December 86 on Capris. Now it says Capri 280, but the Capri 280s only came in dark green, and they had a sort of like a leather interior. This doesn't have a leather interior, it's not green, so I don't know why it's got a Capri 280 badge on it. Those Recaros look similar to the 2.8 injection special seats you would have found in the later Capri. So that's been breathed on a bit, I think, that one. E36 M3, E46 M3. Ooh, ooh, yes please. Another Honda Civic from that generation. Less standard one this time. 91, 92 plate, so relatively late one of these. I think it's been breathed on a bit. That looks like a EP3 Type R gear lever as well. For autofocus is just, no, it doesn't like it. Sorry viewers, it's just the way it goes on my channel sometimes. Just like with wind noise and you know, interruptions by planes and all kinds of things. Renault Sport Clio would be a 172 or 182. I can never remember the difference between them. But yes, 2 litre 16 valve engine. This was very, very late Mark III Ford Escort on a C, so it'd be 586. This might just be an Escort base or popular or something. Those mirrors would have been painted, it wouldn't have come like that. No rear wiper. Yes, so maybe just an Escort 1.3 base, and of course, like all the finest cars, comes from off Daly's dealership too. I do have a review of a Mark III Escort on the channel. It's a little bit more luxurious than this. It's a 1.3L 5-door. We filmed that in October last year. Another Sierra Sapphire Cosworth, 1964 Ford Anglia. Nissan Silvia, 85-86. I haven't seen one of these of this shape in a long time. Look at that interior. Very, very, very 80s. Yes, we've got a nice modified exhaust to go quite fast, just like this Skyline. I always get confused between the i33s and i34s, so I'm not going to say anything about that. 95-96 plate, 1967 Ford Mustang, another 67 Mustang. Ooh. Golf GTI Mark II big bumper. I don't know if this is a 16 valve. If it's a 16 valve, I should take a photograph of this for Mr. Quirk from Planet Auto. That's just an 8 valve, I think. There's no 16 valve badge. Next to this late pre-facelift Mark II Volkswagen Polo Coupe. And W123, 2 W123, the estate versions. This is a very late one if it's on a C, so it'd be 85-86, so probably 85. What are these? Excuse me. Does look very nice. It's only a 200T. Rear-facing seats, of course, in these, which were, I think, an option. One of my family had one of these. It was a white one. I think it was on an X plate when I was younger. They had it for years. It's a 230 TE, so a bit more exotic. Been a bit more modified, I think, this one. So as you can see why you park them side by side, the ride height is significantly different on these. And this one is an automatic as well. Just about to see that. Sometimes we're getting the right angle to video things on this Surface phone is not always the best. Modified Mark II Fiesta XR2. Both of these are on 88, 89 plates. And this is a more standard one. One of my channel viewers has got one of these in a sort of a blue colour. Oh, it's got window open. Oh, great. So we can get a glimpse of the standard interior. There we are. A bit different from the Mark II 1.1L automatic I filmed. 5-speed gearbox, but this dashboard actually looks similar to that dashboard. Is that a Starlet Glanzer? I don't know. Just take a look. Starlet GT Turbo. Not sure. A couple of 2CVs. That's 74, 75, 81, 82. If you want information on 2CVs, maybe go to the Hubnut channel. I'm not really the world's expert on them. Mark III Golf VR6, 96, 97 plate. BMW, is that a Z3M Coupe? Another Golf GTI big bumper, Mark II. Is this one a 16 valve? No, it just doesn't say anything. Ooh, the Peugeot 306 GTI 6. (1965) Morris Minor 2-door. I think they got that steering wheel in 1965. The earlier ones had like a sort of metal spokes in them, and it's a later 1098cc one. It's got this conventional wipers. Another MX-5. Lots of those around today. The All Quattro. 84, 85 plate. You know, an awful lot of these have been scrapped now, so it's a pretty rare sight. Mark II Golf GTI R32? I think someone swapped that engine. I think they have. I mean, it all looks pretty standard here apart from that steering wheel. Ah yes. There we are, that's the reason why. Now this is a late Mark II Golf GTI 16 valve, big bumpers, J plate 91, 92, so pretty late one actually. Those might even be the original plates on it, all the way from Birmingham. Does look nice on these BBS wheels. See if we can get a shot of this interior, but that steering wheel's not the original one though. There's a lot of space for working on the car in the engine bay. Another Mark II GTI big bumper, 1991. Ready for some track action in there because a lot of the interior has been taken out. Very, very big wheels on that. Another Z3M Coupe. Another Z3M Coupe. E30 316. 318i. This no, it's a 316. Got right the first time. I don't understand why someone would put not my boyfriend's car on the back of it, but there we go. Skyline GTR V-Spec. Again, I don't know if this is an R33 or R34 Skyline. I'm not going to speculate because I will probably get it wrong. It's the same front end as the other one. Yes, it's the same front end. And then Toyota Celica GT4 Bradley replica. Dearly the seat smash, hasn't it? It's been used quite a lot. Wonder if it has Carlos Sainz written on the side of it. No, just Turner and Turner. Interesting. I wasn't expecting to see one of these anytime soon. It's a Mark III Volkswagen Polo Harlequin. I think it's a real Harlequin as well. Interesting of the seats. You can see it's a special edition of there. You've got blue bits on the steering wheel. Or this is actually, it looks like it's purple, but that colour's actually called Chagall Blue. They literally just had, you know, a base car. I think the base you can see would have been yellow on this one, and they just swapped panels on them from different cars. 96, 97 plate. But again, it's similar to the car that I had as my first car, but mine was slightly later. It was a 98, and it was just a standard, what's called bright green. Dodge sports van, it's an S, so be about 77. Volkswagen Corrado G60, Morris Minor, E36 3 Series. I do apologise, there might be quite a lot of noise in the background because we're right next to the track here. Lots of action today. 72, 73 Datsun 240Z. Quite a lot of modifications of paint on this one. I think that's a Ford or some description, an old Ford. Ford F100 must have some kind of truck suspension on it to go around like that. Series 2 Jaguar XJ6, I think this would be. Yes, R plate. So 76, 77. Oh, it's got a 350, maybe it's got a different engine in it. Another Ray 86 Toyota Corolla. And, oh, this is interesting, Mitsubishi Colt. Now this is a sort of older type. It was on an 83, 84 plate FH, so comes from the sort of area where the Colt car company was based, which is in Cirencester. Colt Cars Midwest Limited. I don't know what's going on with that exhaust. I can't be driving around the road on that. That's crazy. It doesn't have the twin stick though. Oh, it does. There we go. There's the twin stick transmission. 2 levers. One for, I think, one to economy, one to power. Crazy. Never seen a car in real life with it before. I didn't realise I'd be able to see one, but there we go. Fascinating. So 1968-69 Alfa Romeo GTA 3000 Junior 105 Series Coupe. I have driven a 105 Series Coupe. Not like this though. It was a 2 litre. That is quite something the way it looks. Beautiful car. Now you can't really have enough De Tomaso Panteras. 1, 2, 3 all together. Later ones would be. Porsche 911 Targa, I don't think that's the original plate on it, so I think this is mid-80s. From what I know, I don't know an awful lot about them really. Big whale tail on this one. Mostly American overriders on it. Could be. Honda NSX. I know the wonderful Mr. Quirter from Planet Auto actually had one of these on loan from Honda UK fairly recently. I think he enjoyed himself very much. Very much. And then AC Cobra replica. And nice gentleman's car. Aston Martin DB6 from 1966. Individual display. Yes, please. Ooh, is it it's a 5-speed gearbox in this. I don't know if it's original to these or not. Maybe that's been changed. Anyway, lovely. Just on the way to the next section where I'm filming, spotted this Citroen Beg Ford Popular, which would have been modified extensively. Are those those Ford Escort seats in there? I don't know. It's definitely not the old side valve engine though, that's for sure. It's something else entirely. Is that a Pinto engine? That's an... This looks like a bit like a 240Z, but I don't think it's got the same engine anymore. 72-73 plate. Nissan Turbo. Maybe that's a Skyline engine or something. Oh, yes. Audi 80. I think this is the B2 shape. I think that's right. Pre-facelift one. When I was younger, I actually used to travel in one of these because the mother of one of the childminders we had actually had one. Didn't have wheels like this though, that's for sure. Just past this 1964 Lincoln Continental, which, yes, it is the same type of car as in Goldfinger, and it's also the same type of car as in the Inspector Gadget film. The less said about the Inspector Gadget film, the better, really. But yes, the car's nice, as is this Audi A2 racing car, which just seems to be here too. I will have to finish up this second part at some stage, but we're in this section actually where I parked today because I have come in someone else's car, and we'll get to that a bit later. This is a 1981-82 Volkswagen Polo L. This is the facelifted first generation Polo. This is actually a very significant car in my life anyway, because this is the type of car that I got taken home from the hospital when I was born. My parents had one of these. It was red. It was in 1980. My twin sister and I came back in this, and then my father realised quite soon afterwards that really the car was a bit small because my brother had already been born, and so they got a Jetta, which you would have seen at the beginning of the first video that we did here. So very late Mark IV Ford Escort on a G plate, 8990. This could be an RS Turbo. It's an RS Turbo. Very nice. Mark II Ford Escort. I don't know what spec this would have been originally. 75-76, so quite an early one. Yes, there's 4 individual lettering suggests that too. Volvo 240 Estate, quite a late one, and a JB90 192. Drove one of these on the channel actually last year. Another first generation Volkswagen Caddy pickup. Another treat for Mr. Quirk from Planet Auto. Let me just photograph this with my phone whilst I'm doing this. He does like his Mark II big bumper Golf GTIs, but this I don't think is a GTI. I think this is a driver. Yeah, it's not a GTI. I was right, it is a driver. So yeah, someone's set to 91. Now, 2 very rare cars. You just don't see these anymore. Volkswagen Passat B3, also known as the ski nose Passats. When I was younger, one of my friend's fathers had a B3 Passat, although this one's not got the original engine. That's something out of like a RETT or something like that, but I want RETT 1.8. Another ski nose Passat. That's what it looked like with the bonnet brought down, by the way. Just don't see these anymore. This one's a GL, or at least it was before they started making changes to it, because that interior does not look like it's out of a GL. It's more sort of American, this rear end, for some reason. Now this is a rare car. It's 1970 677 Datsun 120Y Van M. It's a 2-door estate car. Look at this left-hand drive as well. That is extraordinary. It's Mr. Louis Brisdian who I came with. I won't tell you which car it is yet because we haven't filmed it yet. Hello, sir. Hello. Ford Orion, Mark II Ford Orion. I wonder if this is a 1.6 injection. No, it's a 1.4 GL. Another Mark II Fiesta XR2 here, again a very late one. Be F plate, so 88, 89. I do like things like that on my channel. Nissan Bluebird, I always get the model code for these. 1.8 GS, facelifted one of these. Very nice. I think there's some other stuff the other side of the row though that we're going to finish the video with. Side of this this very nice Datsun Sunny Coupe, the 140Y it says on here. Interesting exhaust as well. A lovely Honda Prelude. I love this Honda Prelude, it's beautiful. It's a 2-litre 16 valve with 4-wheel steering. It is a 4-wheel steering one. I have driven one of these, but it wasn't a 4-wheel steering version. I think it was a manual. This is an automatic. I just really like them. Standard as well. I don't think that's modified at all. Lovely period colour. See, the Accords and Preludes are very similar. This is the Accord. Those door handles look very, very, very familiar. I think they used them right up until the end of production of the original Freelander in 2006. I think it was the last car they were used on. 4-wheel anti-lock brakes on this particular Accord. Another E36 BMW with not a very standard engine. Mitsubishi Delica 94-95 plate. I think that's some kind of Unimog. I don't really know much about them. Very late Mini Cooper. That'll be the sort of last series of them they made. It'll be a Mark VII. I should think on one of those. And then a lovely mini pickup to finish with. So that's part 2 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle round the retro rides weekend. I do apologise for all the background noise and the incorrect information and just general incompetence, but that's just the way these things go. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below. Say goodbye, Mr. Bill.
Goodbye, Mr. Bill.
Excellent. We like that sort of joke. Part 3 will be coming soon. I have got enough battery to film it. It's just so exciting. There's too much to see here, so we'll have to go on to part 3. And I do hope you'll click the notification bell to be informed of new uploads. Social media links are down below. Okay.